beings. Long time no see. I've been doing some readings on my own and thought I'd share something with you. So we're going to start with just some overall energy and go from there. Your life is a canvas. Weight of the world. Oh, I can feel that right now. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world. We're gonna get some twin flame cards and we're gonna read left to right and then down. 10-10 reunion, reconciling differences. A little bit of duality energy there. Clear energy blocks, activating the higher chakras. 11-11, twin flame, everything is possible. Increase your frequency, higher consciousness awareness. Calming the waters, self-regulation. Sacred purpose, a lot of messages about mission and purpose here. Friendship. Loss, lack, victimization. So we're going to start here. So reading left to right first. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who feels the weight of the world right now, which is completely understandable. There's a lot of heavy energy, especially here in the United States. A lot of deconstruction going on right now, a lot of chaos. And for those of us that are more sensitive, light workers, starseed, whatever you want to name that, that feels really, really heavy right now, really exhausting. For the mothers of the world, the women of the world who bring life into this world, who really hold the seed of creative energy, that can be even more heavy, right? Because for those of us who hold creative energy, who amplify is the word that I'm getting, creative energy, the responsibility of creating something new right now from the chaos that's happening can seem insurmountable. Yeah, that seems to be the underlying message. So let's go down. So your life is a canvas. Reconciling differences, reunion, and calming the waters of self-regulation. So to me, this says it's important to go inwards. And I do see that across here. It's a call to go inwards. Creative accountability. So as manifestors in the world, our energetic presence helps to create our own reality, and it influences the reality of others, right? So intentionally being mindful of what we're bringing into this world, what we're holding space for. So if we're holding space for our sacred anger, our sacred rage, that's really important, right? But there's another side of that. There's peace, there's calm, peaceful self-regulation. And in order to change the world that we live in or our perspective on it, what we're creating in the day-to-day, that takes some personal accountability, peaceful self-regulation. So mindfulness practices, yoga, maybe this is a call for yoga, Pilates, breath work, conscious breath work, right? Because if our central nervous system is going haywire, then we're creating from chaos rather than intentionality. intentionality. So the first message here is to work on some peaceful self-regulation so that you can reconcile whatever is going on internally for you right now. And what it looks like is that is the carrying of the weight of the world, right? Clear energy blocks. If we're sensitive to others, sensitive to the world around us, highly empathetic individuals, we are going to be picking up on the weight of the world. So that is a lot of pain, a lot of darkness, the stress of others, right? Heavy spiritual energy. And it's important to, with these calming practices, make sure that we're setting up boundaries, energetic boundaries, communication boundaries. Maybe that's even boundaries with things like social media. And then to, again, when we're going inward and evaluating and reconciling that light and shadow, those light and shadow aspects of ourselves, is to do some clearing work, right? Activating the higher chakras. So a lot of people are familiar with the first 7 chakras, but there are also higher levels. You can kind of see them here. I believe it's something like 13 that are above. And this takes clearing work in the body, right? So detoxing, abstaining from sexual practices, harnessing that energy into higher energy centers in order to activate those, right? Connecting to higher source, higher dimension, whatever you want to call that, so that we can not only release the weight of the world, but receive communications on how to change that world. Sacred purpose, eternal flame, ancestral legacy. So this could be ancestral messages, right? Those that have come before us, or even more ancient beings, right? We could call this interdimensional, extraterrestrial, if you're into that sort of thing, that want to help us embody the sacred purpose that we have here on this earth plane. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal, twin flame, everything is possible, friendship. For here, I feel like this is speaking to a sacred union. That's based in friendship. Maybe that's looking to birth a child, a mission, an endeavor, an action, or the next version of Earth, right? Some people believe that we're splitting into 2 Earths right now, a lower vibrational 3rd dimension and a higher vibrational 4th dimension. So for some people, your job, your double mission may be to help birth this new version of the world. We're seeing a lot of scientists disappear right now that we're working on advanced technologies, right? Advanced technologies that could speed up human evolution, protect the environment, create energy out of I want to say, I guess air. I want to say air, but that's not. I mean, it's using, to my understanding, it's using like atomic energy, like an atom, creating energy out of, just the world around you. Look into Tesla. I can't really explain that. I'm not well versed in quantum physics, but working on that sort of technology. So with this, support, fun, unity, play. We have a lot of work, a lot of heaviness, and you're being encouraged to find play, to find friendship, to help hold space for this double mission. Serve the world by you being you. And you are intended to increase your frequency, right? We got 111. Maybe that's an important number But you got our little angel here. Loss, lack, fear, victimization. So I think there's a message here to not allow what's going on in your world right now, what's going on in the world right now, to allow you to lose sight, to make yourself a victim, or live in a space of fear of victimization. So this definitely feels like a call to women, right? A lot of laws are being intentionally shifted right now. A lot of protections being taken away for women, minorities. And in order to prevent this fear mindset, this victim mindset, the loss, lack mindset, we need to first self-regulate, right? Refocus in on our sacred purpose, find like-minded individuals to build friendship with, build community, and in that unity, usher in a better time. Yeah. Oop. The cave. Okay, so this makes me think of immediately the parable of the cave, right? So you have people that are, oh, you see the little eyes there? The people that are in the cave, they don't know that there's this brighter, better world outside of it, this enlightenment. And they choose to stay there, right? They choose to stay in the darkness. Then there's other individuals that find their way out to this higher level of being, higher consciousness. You know, you could call it the woke self, I suppose, if you want to. But, yeah, something to consider, the cave. I want to pull another. Oh, okay. Just jumping out. All right, my phone died there. We have a lot of duality here, right? Just visually, we can see that. The sword. The sword can be knowledge, words, truth. Right? The truth that's in between the light or dark, that no person, no one thing is completely good or completely bad, right? The truth is somewhere in between. And we have to be able to hold space for that gray, which is where the truth is. I also, with the lightning bolt here, kind of get that this will be a quick awakening for some people. Maybe in fact this message, like you receiving this message, might be kind of the shock start you need, that like confirmation of what you might already know or be thinking about, and maybe not. Okay, I'm done with those. We're gonna hold one more. I'm gonna get a little animal feedback here. The scorpion. So this right here, this stinging, protective energy, I think goes along with the victimization card and the calming of oneself. So I feel like I'm speaking to someone that's in a really protective, self-protective energy. Okay, we've got our lower chakras there, very triggered, maybe mindset. So this is why it's so important for you to work on self-regulation right now, so that you can get a clear perspective on what's going on around you, and that you're not completely alone in the dark here. Right? There is a light, even if it's the light in the dark, like the moon here. There is a light, and you're being called to look for that right now. All right, let's just leave it with a little bit of affirmational feedback for you, so you can go on a high note here. I deserve love. I look in the mirror and say to myself, I deserve all good. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve joy. I deserve love. You do. I know inwardly what is right for me. Okay, so just confirmation there. Back to the beginning of this, you're being called to go inward. and take a strong self-evaluation right now. Not for good, not for bad, but just to reconcile. Maybe I'm hearing the waters, the waves of emotion, of feeling, and see if that helps. All right, beautiful being. I'll talk to you soon.